Hi, this is Chef Brad with the WonderMill Wonder Mix Company. You know, with the popularity of ethnic foods growing in America, we are thrilled to announce we have the new auger for masa. And now we're gonna make some masa for you. There are so many wonderful uses for masa, from tamales to tortillas to masa cakes, and we're gonna show you just how easy it is to make masa with our new auger. Let me show you how simple it is to use our new attachment. You simply just pull the handle off your mill, pull the pin out, pull the old auger out. And when I say old, it's still fabulous. Remember, this is for the dry grains. Excellent. And then you're going to take the new auger, and notice the difference in the design. This one's a little narrow, so it doesn't have the pulling power. This one has a pulling power that'll let you pull things like masa and nuts through there a lot easier to get a better end product. So we're going to take this, you just slide it in and put on your stainless steel milling heads, attach the handle, put the pin back in it. We have our corn here that's already been prepared. There's a process that you can read the recipe on how to do it, but here's the already prepared corn. And now we're gonna run it through the mill, and then we're gonna prepare our masa in the Wonder Mix. So here we go. We're just gonna dump the corn in here, fill this up, and then we're gonna start turning, and in moments you have the perfect masa for your tamales or whatever your masa needs might be. Look at our beautiful masa done in the Wonder Junior. Isn't that fabulous? Now let me just give you a little hint here. If you're going to do a lot of it, just get your drill out with that drill attachment, attach it to the back, and you'll have pounds and pounds of masa done in moments. It really is a great little attachment to speed up the process. But if you don't have that, it still works great. I love it. So now we're going to make our masa. Now let me tell you, masa, those of you that have made it before, tamales, it's a long process to get that masa to where it's perfect. But with the Wonder Mix, you can do it in 5 minutes, what normally takes about an hour. And I know there's some of you out there that I've heard stories where that's what your husband has to do, just sit there and work that masa to get it nice and fluffy. Well, no more. Those days are over. Now you can throw everything in your mixer and have perfect tamale masa in 5 minutes. Let me show you how it's done. We have our beautiful masa here, freshly ground. We're going to dump this in the mixer. And I'm just using let me just show you. I'm just using the cookie whips. They're a little bit wider. The other whips look like this. Let me just show you. These are for the lighter batters. This is for a heavier batter, like a masa. So we're going to put these in here. And then we're going to add our ingredients to that. Now we're doing sweet corn tamales. So I have some sweet corn. This is just a can of creamed corn. We're going to dump that in there. Oh, that's great. And then I want to sweeten it up a little bit, so I'm going to use some coconut sugar. And I'm going to put in probably like 1/4 of a cup of coconut sugar. We want it to be a little bit sweet. A little bit of salt, about 1 tablespoon of salt. And then it's a masa, a tamale masa, and you want to use some type of shortening in there. Now, I'm sorry, I love lard. I don't use it a lot, but every now and then. If you're really opposed to lard, grab something like the Nutiva shortening. That is a non-hydrogenated shortening that'll work, but I love the flavor of a tamale, and I guess I'm kind of just a purist when it comes to some things. If you want it to taste like a tamale, use lard. So I'm going to put about probably a cup of lard in there. And lard used in moderation is not going to end the world. So, okay, there we go. And then I'm going to add about a cup of fresh ground amaranth flour. This makes this masa tamale totally gluten-free. So we have a cup of fresh ground amaranth flour. And then we're just going to turn on our mixer, and we're going to add a little bit of chicken stock or vegetable stock, your preference. But before that, we're going to put in a heaping spoon of baking powder, the Rumford's baking powder. Okay? Now we're going to turn the mixer on, and then we're going to add stock. We want it to be a moist masa. We don't want it to be really dry, so we're going to add stock until we get what we want. And then we're going to just let that mix for like 3 to 5 minutes until, the secret is until it floats in water. That's how the Latinos do it. They take their masa and they work it, and when it floats in water, they know they're done, but we're going to do it not an hour, in 5 minutes. So we're going to turn this on. Then we're going to add stock until we have a smooth masa. And we're just gonna let that whip for about 4 to 5 minutes. And then we're gonna create our tamales. I said, 3 to 5 minutes on the masa, but just check it after a couple minutes and see. So that's what we're gonna do right now. It's been going on about 3 minutes. So we're gonna take a scoop of the masa and we're gonna see if it floats. We're just gonna drop it in a dish of water. There you go, it floats. That means our masa is perfect. You know what that means, actually? That there's enough air incorporated in it that it's gonna make a light, fluffy tamale when you make your tamales. And we're gonna do that next. We're gonna show you how to put the tamale together. And then for me, I just cook them in the pressure cooker and they're perfect. Our masa floats, we know it's ready. Now I'm gonna show you how to assemble your tamale. You need to buy the husks at the grocery store and you soak them in water. And then once they're pliable and nice, then you're gonna form your tamale. And we're gonna put the masa, there's a rough side and a smooth side. We're gonna put the masa on the smooth side. And it's as simple as just taking the masa out, spreading it on the husk, just like that. And then I like to put a strip of green chili in mine. And these are sweet green corn. You can put pork, anything you want in it, but this one I'm gonna put a strip of green chili and then some cheese. And this is just like a jalapeno cheese. We're gonna put that in the middle, fold it over, fold it like that, and we're ready to go. Oftentimes I'll take and wrap them in a wax paper, a square wax paper, and then I'll take those, place them in my pressure cooker, and pressure cook them on high for 12 minutes, and they're perfect and ready to go. Or you can take and freeze them at this point, put them in your freezer, and then you have them to serve whenever you want. Tamale making has never been easier. With the Wonder Junior Deluxe and our Wonder Mix, we have our masa and tamales done in minutes. Now the last process is we're gonna take these tamales that we've wrapped in the husk and in some wax paper. We're gonna stuff our pressure cooker full with them and cook them for about 12 minutes, and we'll have perfect tamales. Remember, tamales take about 45 minutes to an hour to steam. We're gonna do it in 12 minutes in the pressure cooker, and they're gonna be cooked perfectly. Thanks to the Wonder Junior Deluxe and the Wonder Mix, we have the perfect tamale. Look at that beautiful texture, that cheese and that green chili in there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I love a good tamale, and you're gonna love it too.